Hey everybody, Jason Ricci here. Today we're going to look at 2-5-1 jazz progression. It's going to be a slow swing. We're going to be using Quist, and we're just going to take a look at one really easy way to approach this particular 2-5-1 chord progression. So let's jump over to Quist right now. So this is going out by request for Patreon. Please check me out on Patreon. You might get a video made for you. Who knows? Anyway, Patreon just supports me, keeps me going, keeps these lessons going every Friday. And occasionally I give free lessons over there that don't end up over here, usually unedited in many ways. And also vlogs and other stuff go on over there. But I asked them this week, hey, what do you want to study? And they said 2-5-1 progressions. So let's take a look at this. So the first chord, this is a slow swing in C, 2-5-1 jazz backing track from Quist. The second chord, the first chord is D minor 7. The second chord is G7. And then the last chord is C major 7. So there's a couple of different ways that I can look at improvising over this particular progression. The first way is I can take a look at each chord and I could arpeggiate those. So it doesn't matter what position I'm in. If I know how to arpeggiate a D minor 7 chord in that position and a G7 chord and a C major 7, I can improvise. But most of us don't know that yet on the little humble harmonica. So what we can do is we can pick a scale or a mode or 3 scales that work over each one of these chords rather than arpeggiating each chord individually. Ideally, and what we're going to do today is find one single scale that will work over all of these chords and include some leading tones that might help us sound jazzy, maybe even accidentally. So let's take a look, at all of the notes in the C major scale, right? The song is in C major. If I know the C major scale alone, if I can just play, or in the first octave, second octave, I can inadvertently be playing notes that belong to each one of these chords, even if I just ran up and down the C major scale. Let's just do that. I'm just gonna play the C major scale. 2, 3, 4. Just playing a C major scale. Now I could absolutely just use that scale and not even know where any of these chords were happening and just go up and down the scale and I'd be okay most of the time. But with a little bit more attention to detail, I can start observing these chords and presenting some of the emotions in different ways simply by starting on the root note of whatever chord it is. So on the first chord, we have a D minor 7. So I'm going to start on D, which is 1 draw. So the second note of the major scale is the 2. That's the 2 of a 2-5-1. Then I'm going to move to a G. That's the 5 of a 2-5-1. And that G will be 2 draw. Then I will move to the 1, which is the 1 blow or the 4 blow, and then play the same major scale. So I will just be doing the same C major scale, but just starting on the right tone for each chord. First chord, 1 draw. Second chord, 2 draw. Last chord, 1 blow. 5, 1. Let's do it again. 2, 5, and then 1. So now I'm sort of arpeggiating each chord. The D minor 7, right, on a C harp would just be, the G7 would be, and then the C major 7 would be. All of those notes are in C major. I can look at it as I'm playing Dorian on the 2 chord, or 3rd position, and then on the 5 chord I'm playing 2nd position Mixolydian, and then on the 1 chord I'm playing 1st position major. Really, I'm just playing a C major scale over all of this, but once I get comfortable with doing that, I can then give chords special treatment. Here we go. First chord, D minor 7. So start from 1 draw, just a major scale, starting from 2 draw, starting from 4 blow. C major scale, starting from 1 draw, C major scale, starting from 2 draw, and then C major scale, starting from C major. Do it again from the D minor 7, G7, C major 7. Again. So Basically, we're just using a C major scale in first position, getting used to it, and then starting on one of these notes as a good exercise. Let's do it again. Starting on one draw. The fifth, two draw. And then the one. 4 blow, 7 blow, one draw, one blow. Now I can also get fancy and arpeggiate each chord. D minor 7, G7, C major 7. Let's do it again. D minor 7, G7, C major 7. Let's do it again. D minor 7, G7, C major 7. With some octaves. So in conclusion, y'all, all you need is a C major scale. If the band's in C, find a C major scale. Obviously, first position is an easy position to do that in, but it's not the only one. There's lots of ways to play a C major scale on lots of different harmonicas. One of the great harmonica positions for C, for any major key, any major scale, is 12th position. I'll just play a 12th position in G, major scale. It's expressive. Go nuts, kids. Thanks so much. Free Fridays. Yeah, you're right. Stay tuned for the credits. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in to Free Fridays right here on YouTube. Subscribe today. Click the subscribe button for hundreds of free harmonica lessons. If you like what I'm putting down and you'd like to support the cause, go the extra mile, be sure to visit my Patreon page. Patreon patrons, thank you very much. You're making these lessons an absolute priority in my life. No matter how busy I get, a free lesson happens every Friday. For as low as $1 a month, that's 25 cents a lesson, you can become a Patreon patron. If you're doing a little better and you can donate more, that's great. Every time you become a Patreon patron, you're helping somebody else out there that doesn't have a credit card, that doesn't have $1 a month, to continue to get free harmonica instruction and much, much more. Remember, we got product reviews here on this channel. We do videos on addiction and bipolar disorder. We got blues stories. We got performance videos and everything right here on Jason Ricci's YouTube. Subscribe today. I'd like to thank Hohner Harmonicas, and I'd like to thank Blue Moon Harmonicas, making custom parts for any harmonica that you might have at home. Blue Moon has got you. The Lone Wolf Blues Company, pedals, amplifiers, microphones, you name it, much more. Right here out of Louisiana, the Lone Wolf Blues Company is bringing you the best in customer service for almost any kind of amplified blues harmonica needs that you may have. Speaking of amplifiers, Harp Gear amplifiers, check them out. The very best Harp Gear, right out of Ocala, Florida. I got a website, www.mooncat.org. Check me out on mooncat.org. I got tour dates happening all over the place. I'm going all over the country this year, playing tour dates with J.J. Appleton, with Damon Fowler, with J.P. Soares, with my own band, with Joe Crown, all kinds of people. www.mooncat.org. T-shirts, lesson information, all of that. Thank you guys so very much for tuning in. We do this every single Friday, and then every now and then I throw you some more stuff right here at Jason Ricci's YouTube. A Mooncat, love and appreciate all y'all. Thank you.